In this pedicure transformation for men, I help a client who's been struggling with thickened, damaged toenails from athlete's feet and callus buildup for over a decade. Watch as I carefully clean, thin, and get the nails on the right path, improving foot health and comfort while sharing essential foot care tips for recovery and maintenance. Don't forget to subscribe for expert pedicure transformations and healthy foot care education. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy. So what are you going to learn in today's video? Well, you're going to learn how professionals safely thin thick, damaged toenails. You're going to learn the impact of circulation issues on foot and nail health, why patients and professional care are key to full recovery, and how to recognize early signs of serious foot problems. We're going to talk a little bit about athlete's feet and where athlete's feet actually lives and how to finally get rid of it.
So you've been watching the videos. Did you show them to him?
I had shown him, I think, like a short video just so he could kind of see what you do.
Okay.
Because he was embarrassed, and I said she works on, these type of toenails.
Right. Well, if you have any questions during the service, just let me know. Okay. What do you do for a living?
I do with remodel.
Oh, nice. I was just telling my husband that when you walk into our house, we have this big, like, open foyer. And one of the rooms upstairs is kind of small. I said, we need to make that a room. Like, tear out that wall and make that whole area another room. And he was like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I used to do just framing. I did some of those models, and I have done the one that you're talking about.
Yeah.
When working on a client's nails, My number one priority is safety, to make sure that there's no injury to the skin and not to thin out the nails too much. It took a long time for the nails to get into a certain condition, and it's going to take a couple of visits for them to get back on the right track. Before I started cleaning the cuticles, you saw me going around the nails underneath just so I could identify where the attachment point was. So when I trimmed the nail, I made sure not to injure the skin where the nail attaches to the nail bed. If you're struggling at home with athlete's feet or nails that have a similar coloration to this client's, chances are the athlete's feet has gotten into your toenails, and your number one goal is to get rid of it off of your skin so your nails can start to recover. When I get to the other foot, you're going to be able to see it in the skin better, and I'll show you some identifying factors. But athlete's feet lives in the surface layers of the skin. That's why it's very important for you to use the callus remover. So when you file the bottoms of your feet, the skin comes off really easily. Another important factor to recovering your toenails is to make sure all of the skin that's adhered on the surface of the nail plate is removed. When that is smothering the toenail, it doesn't allow for any perspiration to evaporate, and it just holds in perspiration and bacteria. After the nails have been soaking in the pedicure water, when I file the nails, it's moisturized enough to where you can see the dust particles ball up and then fall down to the skin. But when they start to float in the air, I know that I need more liquid to encompass all of those dust particles so no one is inhaling them. So I'm using the Restore Nail to drop on each of the nails, and now when I file, all of that dust is encapsulated into the fluid, and it just goes straight down to the skin. There's no risk of anyone inhaling any dust particles. Now the second and third toenail don't need to be thinned out. Their density is fine, but I do want to just gently buff off any skin that's on the surface of the skin. But this big toenail, definitely we need to remove the surface hard layer of keratin. When someone has athlete's feet in the toenail, there is a distinct change in the texture of the nail. The surface remains hard, but when you remove that surface, it will start to get spongy, and you can see that dark yellow area on the left side toward the base of the cuticle. That needs to be opened up to allow the product to soak into the nail and lift that area out of the nail so it no longer continues to proliferate toward the new nail growth that will start to grow in.
Are there any portions of the bottom of your foot or side of your foot that are sore? No? Okay. How long have you had low blood pressure?
Like 5 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I got operated on this one.
Oh, wow. Is it because of the, like, vein insufficiency in your leg or something?
This has to do with the valve that we have,
Oh, okay. Yeah, the
so it
valves.
doesn't open.
Wow. Most people get high blood pressure
Yeah.
as we get older.
That's why I have this sore on my
Takes a
leg.
long time to heal.
Well, it was like a sore, a big sore.
What do they call it?
My skin
Ulcer.
came out.
Oh, yeah.
Like an ulcer?
Underneath it started.
Yeah.
Is that how you knew something was wrong?
Yeah.
The ulcer started?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it starts to look a little scary, so you guys gotta get that
Yeah.
taken care of.
You gotta listen to your body. Okay, you can put this foot back in the water.
I'm going to zoom in here so you can see these small circular patches on his toes and on the pad of his foot, and that's from athlete's feet. And I always have clients, if I see their photos when they send me their pictures during their consultation, to use an over-the-counter product at home to make sure that it doesn't spread to me during the service. So he has been using a topical product, but athlete's feet lives in the surface layer of the skin. Therefore, you do need to file the skin on a regular basis to get rid of it, in addition to using topical products.
Do you help him with his toenails at home?
I used to, and then I just felt like it was more than I knew what to do with.
Understandable.
Can anyone guess what the number one tip for restoring your toenails is? So I'm going to give you a couple. I'm going to give you the most simple one first. Tight shoes that hug your nails. You'll see discolored toenails, and sometimes the second, third toenails are never affected, and that is because the shoe fabric does not touch the surface of those nails. But pinky toenails, the fourth nail, and the big toe have that rounded area, and that's where the material is going to be hugging your shoe. Fungus is killed at 140 degrees. Water boils at 212. So you can make sure you don't melt the bottoms of your shoes, like use a double boiler or something, but boil some water, and for 60 seconds you need to soak the toe boxes of your shoes in them, and do this like once a week while you're trying to recover your nail plates. Now, of course, regular pedicure maintenance is another tip, and then using our topical product Restore a Nail, and doing those three things, you'll have beautiful brand new nails in just a couple of months, depending on how far the fungus has gone down to your cuticle area. So I'll address the myth that people have about how contagious fungus is and people's concern about me not wearing gloves. I do take precautions other than wearing gloves, but as you can see, he hasn't even given himself the nail fungus in the second and third toe on both of his feet in 10 years. So that negates the myth that it is severely contagious, because it is possible to spread it to yourself or to someone else, but there also has to be the perfect circumstances and variables in order for that fungus to take hold and to grow and to embed into the nails or into someone else's skin or feet or hands. And we make sure to wash our hands afterwards and disinfect all of our tools before they are used on any other clients.
take for like a new nail to like grow out completely? Is it quite a while?
It's gonna take his big toe about 10 months for a whole new nail to grow. Yeah, from bottom to top. 'Cause in 6 weeks, the nail will have changed enough for me to be able to see what his normal thickness should be, because the nail growing from the back will be thinner, and then I'll be able to thin more of it off. Okay, you can put that foot back in the water.
Apologize, this section is a tiny bit blurry. I don't know what my camera was trying to focus on, but it certainly wasn't the nails, but you can still see all of the really good cleaning.
Will you have to have a procedure on this leg too?
No, because it wasn't as bad as this one.
Oh, that's good. Did they fix the issue then?
Not totally.
Okay.
Well, I have a client that is like a surgeon, and he said that there's like two valves. The one that is outside can be fixed, and the one that is close to the bone.
You can't fix it. Oh, wow.
And he said that's why they probably didn't work.
Mm. Do you have to wear compression stockings or anything like that?
I used to, but I just like put them all the time.
Yeah. They're so tight. You can't even get them on barely.
Circulation plays a huge part in your foot health, so if you start to notice changes in your nails, it's important for you to see your doctor. They may want to do some tests on the veins of your legs to make sure you're getting the proper circulation to your feet.
Alright, you can bend that knee and put your foot right there. So the reason why I can't thin them out anymore is because it's safe to thin them out about halfway. But these little striations that are in your nails, when the nail squeezes the nail bed, see these little black specks? Those are little capillaries that get pushed up into the nail plate. And when you get down to where those are, if you hit one, it'll bleed. Like, you won't feel it, but it'll still bleed. So we don't want to open any of that and have any body fluid anywhere. So the next time, those should have moved up enough in the nail plate, and the nail will not be squeezing so hard the nail bed. So it'll relax some, and then I'll be able to remove more of that. But we got off any of the lifted area. And this little line right here is pretty deep, and make sure you get really good product right on that area, so as it grows up it won't scoot backwards anymore. Okay, straighten all the way out. Did they do a repair here too?
With cream.
Okay.
That was where he had the ulcer.
Oh, that was where the ulcer was at. Okay.
That's where they put the
Where they fed the little
laser.
line. Oh,
of my bag.
right.
The before and after photos are coming right up.
Do you post most of your videos or all of them? Or?
Yeah, it'll take a while. We're still editing videos from 2022.
Oh, goodness.
Thanks so much for staying tuned till the end for the before and after photos. There are 18 photos for you to enjoy and compare today. If you're struggling with nails that aren't in great condition, you can take the necessary steps to restore your toenails using the Meticulous Manicurist methods, our products, and our tutorials. We have everything that you need on meticulousmanicurist.com. I have over 800 videos for you to watch and learn from, and if you want formal education with explicit instruction and detail, I have education classes on pedicuretraining.com. I will also be in Gatlinburg, Tennessee for the Nail Tech event of the Smokies trade show in July, and in Utah at the Utah Nail Expo in September. You can get tickets to my classes on meticulousmanicurist.com/classes. So I hope you guys enjoy the photos and have a great day.